Hello, Accounting 201 students. This is Roy Kamida, your teacher for the semester. And what you're looking at is my personal homepage. And you can get here by typing in this address, sites.google.com/a, another slash hawaii.edu, and one more slash followed with my last name, Kamida. And there's lots of information here, including the course syllabus, schedule for the semester, and a link to some place called Connect Accounting or Connect Plus Accounting that you have to register for an account and then log in to do all of your assignments. Again, that's our Accounting 201 links here. Eventually, this video you're looking at, I'll have it linked over here below the financial accounting name. So why don't we first, before going to Connect Accounting, go to the UH distance education site called Laulima. So you first have to log in with your UH username and password, and what you'll see is this screen called My Workspace, and you have different tabs here for the different courses you currently are registered in, including our class, Accounting 201. So if you click on that tab, what you'll see is our home page for 201, here called Financial Accounting. Again, my name is Roy, and the easiest way to get a hold of me is by email. I typically respond within an hour, if not so, at least within the day. And if you want to try calling, and I'm not in, you may want to leave a message here at my office number. Here is a picture of the cover of our textbook, the customized version for Leeward College's Accounting 201. And if you buy your textbook elsewhere, it may have a different cover. I think the standard cover is one with a person on a zip line, one of those cables that slide down. But anyway, in our customized Leeward textbook, included in a package, I think it's all loose leaf, there is an access code to get to Connect Accounting, which I have a link here. Some other links, I'll probably will be sending you every week an announcement. I'll call it the Accounting 201, some kind of date, and then a class message. And that should be sent to your hawaii.edu email address, and it also should be posted here in this announcement column here on the right side of our home screen. I have a link here to go to Connect Accounting, but maybe I'll show you a better place to log in. Here, discussions, if you want to post up any comments or questions, especially if you want other students to respond to you. Again, the fastest way for me to reply back to you is to email me. Okay, versus to post up a question here. Again, this is for you to ask other students questions and comments. The mail tool, you can probably send it to other students, but definitely to me. You can send me email through this mail tool. Resources right now are empty, but if there's any kind of handouts, I may put it here in this resources folder. Here's a link back to my home page, and eventually all the scores for all the things you work on will be posted in here, and this is the official place for your scores, and eventually your course grade will be posted here. Even though Connect Accounting may show the score, I'm going to have to retype it again to make it official and cumulative. Okay, so always double check here after every assignment is graded whether I posted up the correct score. Let's take a look at the course syllabus and schedule. So if I click on the link, here's a link to the syllabus. Again, this is Accounting 201, Financial Accounting, and you're going to be earning 3 credits for this class. My name is Roy, and at least for this semester, if you want to come visit me during my office hours, it's on Tuesday, Thursdays, 11 to 12. Here's my room number on the Leeward College campus. Phone number, email. Here's that link we just went to, Laulima. Eventually we'll go to Connect Accounting. Class schedule. Let's take a look at let's see if I can go to the class schedule right here. Okay, both the schedule and the syllabus is probably something you want to print out. So we have it arranged by chapters, and typically we cover one chapter a week. So in a chapter, of course, you're going to read the chapter, probably view a slideshow, a narrated slideshow, and do some work called LearnSmart, which is basically flashcards, and you get an infinite amount of attempts. And once you complete all of them correctly, you get 100 points. Then you're also going to do homework problems and exercises for each chapter. You don't have an infinite amount of chances, but just 3 attempts per homework assignment. And once you submit it, that's one of the 3 chances, and it'll tell you whether you got it right or wrong, which problems. It won't tell you the right answers, but it'll tell you whether you got it wrong. And you have another chance up to 3 times. Quizzes are also done per chapter, and you have only 1 attempt to answer, I believe it's 10 questions. And once you finish 3 chapters, LearnSmart, homework, and quiz, then you're ready for our exam covering those 3 chapters. And just like quizzes, you only have 1 attempt. And I believe it's something like 50 questions for those 3 chapters. Okay, so again, as you can see, every week we have something due. Then you're off to the next chapter, chapter 4's LearnSmart, homework, and quiz. Following week, chapter 5, LearnSmart, homework, and quiz. One more time, chapter 6, and after 3 chapters, you're ready for another exam covering the past 3 chapters. Now notice when it's due, Sunday, all these are due Sunday, 11:59 in the evening. So don't wait till the last minute. This is a lot of work. You're given the whole week to work on it. So let me show you the whole semester here. So you can see there's 4 exams, 12 chapters. Everything is due Sunday evening at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so that's the schedule. So here we're back at the course syllabus. I'll let you read the course description on your own. To be able to sit in our class, you need to have passed English, at least 22 or higher, or Math 18 or higher, with a grade of C or better. Here's our textbook you got to get, Financial Accounting. That includes Connect Plus. That's the access code for the online homework assignments. We're using the 6th edition. The author's name is Wild. And if you buy it from the Leeward College bookstore, at least for spring 2013, here's the cost of a new package. And of course, we're using an online class, so you need to have internet access. Make sure you have good access. You don't have it come crashing on you during an exam. Whenever someone asks you, what did you learn in a class? What you would do is take a look at the course syllabus's student learning outcomes. So here's everything you should be able to do if you successfully pass the class. So, okay, what you guys are going to have to do now during the semester is to work through 12 chapters, and in each chapter you're going to have a LearnSmart assignment. Again, this is like flashcards. You have an infinite amount of attempts, and once you successfully complete it before the due date, you earn 100 points. And then for a chapter, you do the homework at the end of the chapter. Again, all of this is going to be at the Connect site, and successfully completing it perfect, it's 100 points. Quizzes, maximum of 50 points per chapter. So once you do 3 chapters, now you move on to the exam. Each exam is worth 400 points, and there's 4 exams during the semester. I haven't finalized it yet, but it's going to be a small project probably during the middle of our semester, and I'll give you maybe a whole month to work on it. And also at the end of the semester, we're going to have a short assessment quiz, just a few questions. And it's only worth 400 points, but it's kind of important to our class to make sure that you cover the main things we need to do cover over the semester. And if you add up all the points for all the different activities, all of this again is going to be at Connect Accounting Online, automatically graded. The total is 5,000 points, and we scale this on a standard curve to get your course grade. In other words, 90% of 5,000 This range of points will give you an A. 80% or higher is a B, and so forth. And of course, we're not going to go down here, right? Going down our course syllabus, I have a listing here of how to study each chapter. And in fact, this is reprinted on the homepage for Laulima. Okay, so basically you're going to go through a narrated slideshow. So once you're in Connect Accounting, there's going to be a library tab at the top of the screen. You click on it, and then one of the resources listed off to the left side is going to be the student resource. Hopefully I can show you. And then you click on the drop down listing for the chapter you're currently working on. And then in the chapter resources, you click on this narrated slideshow. So the narrated slideshow is about 30 minutes long. It's like a PowerPoint that has narration summarizing what you've read. Of course, you still have to read the chapter, and either you had purchased the hard copy, but also now if you have Connect Plus purchased from our publisher, you also have an ebook available online. Not as easy to read though, I think, as the paper copy, yeah? But maybe using the find command on any computer could be faster to find things, but to just skim and search for things might be sometimes easier with your paper book. Okay, so each chapter you're going to be doing the LearnSmart questions. Okay, here's a description here. And then you're going to be doing homework. Here it says you can check the answer for each numbered question just one time, okay, without any penalty. And then the whole homework assignment has to be submitted. And once you submit it, you're going to be told which questions you answered correctly and which ones were incorrect. And you can submit 3 times to try to perfect your score up to a maximum of 100 points. Then for the chapter, you're going to have a quiz, again in Connect Accounting, 10 multiple choice questions, each worth 5 points. And here it says you only have 1 chance. I'll give you 60 minutes though to take the whole quiz, so that's a lot of time you can do to search your ebook or your paper book. So you repeat this over again for each chapter, and then once we finish 3 chapters, you're going to have an exam. An exam is going to be 50 questions, 25 true false, 25 multiple choice. Each is going to be worth 8 points, so that's a total of 400 points for one exam. And just like the quiz, you only have 1 attempt, but here I give you 3 hours to work on it. Once you start, you gotta finish it. You cannot just save your time and continue later on. Okay, so make sure you have a big block of time to take exams so that you won't be disturbed. Here's some other policies for our classes. I'll let you read this on your own. Again, this is the course syllabus available here in our Laulima site under this link. Same thing with the course schedule. So let's go to Connect Accounting. I don't like to launch it from here because it's going to be a Laulima frame around it. So how about let's launch it from my personal home page here. Or you can also launch it from the course syllabus. So right here, Connect Login. So before you can log in here, sign in, you have to make sure you've registered. So if you click on this register, oh, here's a picture of me. And you see this textbook? Again, this is the traditional cover. But what we're using is a customized version, like you can see from the Laulima homepage. Yeah? And this may not have the Connect Access code that we're going to be using here on this registration site. So if I click on Register Now, it's going to ask you for an email to see if you already have a Connect account. But I'm just going to make up an email address here. Let's see. And if I submit, it's going to ask me now, because I don't have a Connect account under that email address, to use the access code, again, that's packaged with your textbook. Or let's say that you don't even have a textbook right now. What you can do is use this start free trial version. So you're going to have a 3-week trial version for free. You can access the ebook. You can do all the homework assignments for the next 3 weeks. You still need to register though with this information here, and it's going to say that it's going to warn you that you need to buy the access code or get an access code either through McGraw-Hill online or through the Leeward College bookstore when you buy that package by that 3rd week. Okay, so I'm going to just back out of all of this here. Let me register in already. So just connect accounting here. So you can see if I've saved my username and password, so now I can sign in. Okay, you won't see this. Here's what you'll see. Here's what you'll see as a student. And I have already set up the first 3 chapters worth of assignments. So here's chapter 1. And before probably even doing any assignments, of course, you should be reading the chapter. I also ask you to watch the narrated slideshow. So here under the library tab, student, did I change it here? Let's switch to student view, library tab. Okay, it's not giving me the student resources, but you should have a student resources here. And if you go to any one of the numbered chapters, here I'll go to chapter 1. This narrated slideshow. It takes about 30 minutes to listen.
In presentations for each chapter in this text,
I don't know if you can hear it. I hear it on
sound
my headphones here, but you can pause, you can replay.
to go along with the material.
You can, this is just one slide, and you can, well, let's see, 1 of 41 slides, you know.
Your screen.
And you can pick different slides here.
Conceptual chapter objectives.
Off on the left side. Okay, so that's narrative slides for every. Okay, is it working here? I'm just going to close this window here. Okay, so you're reading the book, going through the narrated slideshow, and then you're ready to work on the chapters. So let's take a look at this. See the red brain here? This is LearnSmart. Here's LearnSmart. So let me try LearnSmart for chapter 1. And it kind of gives you a summary here of how much I've already done, which doesn't look like much. So here is a question, and it's asking how confident am I in answering it. I'm just going to say probably I know. So it says match each item on the left with the correct definition on the right. So let's see. Decrease equity and are the cost of an asset or service used to earn revenue. I think this is the correct answer, so I don't need to move it down or move it up. Here, decrease equity, personal use. I think that's correct already. Here, this should be revenue, so let me move it up. There we go. Hopefully that's right, and I'm going to submit, and it's all correct. Yes. And now I have only 52 more cards to go through to get perfect. Now if you get it wrong, if your confidence is not high, it may start repeating some cards. But again, you have an infinite amount of time to go through this LearnSmart activity to get 100 points. So I'll just close this here. Again, I just came from here. So let's try the homework now. the total homework is worth 100 points. Here it says you have 3 attempts to submit the whole homework, and again it'll tell you which ones you got right or wrong. I'll also give you 1 chance to check your each problem numbered problem. So we'll take a look at that. So here you can see there's going to be 13 problems for this chapter 1, and here's problem 1. Each problem is worth 10 points. So the question is, OfficeSmart has assets equal to this and liabilities equal to this, and the question is, what is something called equity? And you'll learn about that in chapter 1. And here's what we call the accounting equation. Assets equal liabilities plus equity. Equity is missing. So let's see if I can just pop up my calculator here. So 173 minus 145. Oh, my calculator. Minus 145 is equal to 28. So if I type in 28,000 here, okay, now I can move on to the next question, or I have now 1 chance here and for this problem 1 to check my work. So let's see what happens. I may check my work 1 time. Okay, and it's check green. It's okay. Yay. So let's move on to number 2. Is that number 2? The questions are let's see, it's kind of skipping. In fact, let me go back to number 1. I don't think I did the whole thing here. Okay, finish number 1. So here's number 2. I can do it and I can check it 1 time here, and so forth. Yeah. In fact, let me just type in an answer here, and then check my work and see what happens. I got it wrong, and that's the only time I have to check it. But of course I have to answer it again. Okay, so you keep on going through all of the questions here, and when you're ready you can submit your assignment. Okay, it says it's kind of warning me I didn't answer it. Remember, you're using one of your 3 submissions right now, and here it says I got it correct on number 1, and here it says I got it wrong in number 2, and of course wrong in number 3. I didn't answer it. Yeah, so I have to try again, okay, to get that maximum 100 points. So let's go back here. So I can go back here into chapter 1 homework and do it again 2 more times. Okay, so that's homework. And now here is a quiz for the chapter. Student view. This is what you guys are going to see. You have only 1 chance to do the whole thing. You're going to be given an hour. Again, here's that due date that's on the schedule. So here's the first question, here's the second question. There's no check your answer like you saw for homework. Again, 10 multiple choice questions worth a total of 50 points. Okay. So once you submit, that's it. And you only can do it 1 time, so I believe save and exit and submit are the same thing. Here's a countdown for that 1 hour. And you can probably go to your ebook here or your paper book to research out the problem, but you shouldn't go in code, otherwise you're probably going to take more than an hour. Okay, so that's a quiz. Let's go back here. We just came from quiz here. Notice the clock, that's timed, and then you're off to the next chapters. LearnSmart, homework, quiz. Remember, you got to read the book, take a look at that narrated slideshow, in that library link. You do chapter 3's activities, and here's your first exam, chapters 1, 2, and 3. I haven't set up yet or disclosing all the other chapters after that. It should be up probably in a couple weeks. Yeah. So you can work ahead, but you have to do it by this deadlines over here. Okay. No late work. Okay, so that's Connect Accounting. I know this video is getting kind of long, but if you have any questions, you can email me again at kamida@hawaii.edu.